Welcome to the first edition of the ABR Weekend Preview. Nathan here, joined by Aaron Bain, head of Bain Racing, looking ahead at what is a busy weekend of thoroughbred and harness action. Aaron?
Yes, thanks, Nathan. Really excited to sort of do this in our first audio podcast format, obviously attached to the weekly newsletter that goes out, previewing the runners, written by our great in-house journalist, Graham Fisher, just bringing you a podcast edition that our loyal followers and owners can listen to on the way to the kids' footy on Saturday morning or way home from work Friday night. But hopefully we can be very informative, have a little bit of fun as well on a weekly basis.
Yeah, really looking forward to getting into this on regular basis. As you said, we can touch on thoroughbreds at Moorfield Park. Saturday we'll go harness racing as well across the weekend. But something off the bat, the naming process of this.
Yeah, like we do with horses, we're looking for a name for our new podcast. So we're going to announce it next Friday, but we do, for those that would like to sort of jump in, have a bit of fun with it, we're looking for a name for the Friday podcast, whether it be Final Furlong or something of the like, but be creative and flick through via reply email or reach out to Nathan or myself with any suggestions, and we'll put a bit of a list together and come up with a new name to the show this time next week, Nathan.
No, very much. So we are going to get into some racing this Saturday. Moorfield Park's strong hand this weekend. A few in the market. Stubby Holder goes aboard 3 of the 5 runners. Aaron will kick off the day in the first with Under and Over on the backup.
Yeah, look, sort of a horse that trialled up really well behind Q-Man, been well in the market at both starts, and does get another very winnable race here. Would love to see her break through for Wayne Mitchell and the team at Pipeline and Bloodstock. She's drawn barrier 2, will sort of ride her very close to the speed and leave the rest up to Jason Holder, but she deserves to break through, and probably the right race to do so. Obviously, Naval Academy, the favourite coming across from Victoria. Very open race, though, with respect to Clarence and Satcham, Hot Struts, and plenty of winning chances. Hopefully we're one of those. Yeah,
very nice race to kick off the card at Moorfield Park. Then we move on for our team. Wayne Mitchell again in his colours, race 4, number 2, Concord, drawn the inside for Jason Holder, looking for a win this campaign.
Yeah, look, been really good all preparation for us. Another one that deserves to break through. First time out to sort of a bit of a trip, 1950 on Saturday. Stepping out from the mile, felt he probably just got a little bit dour through his last, certainly his last start, and looking for that out in trip. Drawn barrier 1 where he's ran really well before. He'll just camp in behind the speed. He won't get a long way back. He's got enough sort of early toe to sort of hold a position, and if he could follow sort of the leader, well, it's going to be a lovely run of the race. 1950, $3.90 in the market. Plenty going his way to suggest he's probably our best hope for the weekend.
I tend to agree. It looks a really nice race for Concord, and he's deserved to win this campaign. He's been really consistent and around the mark. He just hasn't quite broken through, but looks like it could be his race on Saturday. Now, the following race, race 5, Stocomo, another horse that's been ultra consistent this campaign for the stable, coming off back-to-back placings and a win prior, $7.50 in from 11s. Is that stable support, or that's well backed early?
No, that's just you not doing your form with 2 horses in the market scratched, so the deductions. But look, he is, he obviously deserves to be one of the major hopes. Drawn out, he'll come into barrier 7, but sort of Connor Murtar aboard. It's the right sort of draw to send him forward. He sort of does his best racing on speed. Sort of look to probably position up outside the leader, if not in front. And from there, hopefully, can control the race. Round 2, so he won its last 2. It got to be very well respected. Zunar out of the Stokes camp. But look, I think the way this horse has been racing, he sort of found one better his last couple, but he was a good winner not long before that. He gets a real chance to sort of win a metro race here. So right in this, and good draw, good riding engagement, strong rider for him, and hopefully he can get the chocolates. But again, a really good hope.
Yeah, nice to have Connor on board. He's done a little bit for the stable behind the scenes and riding a few trials, and I think he rode one at Bordertown for us as well the other day. Next, now, really exciting one here. Lounge Bar Ruby first up for the stable. Really classy horse on his day. Jake Towrote goes aboard, another strong rider in race 8. Really excited to see him step out this Saturday, Aaron, for the first time for us.
Yeah, first time. He's been trialled up for it. He's had a couple of trials now, a jump out as well at Gawler a couple of weeks ago. Look, he hasn't won first up from 4 attempts, nor has he placed, so that's probably why you're getting $17 about him. Jake Towroke aboard, a nice gate, drawn out a little bit on the Parks track, but sort of does he'll get back and be running on. Sort of enough to suggest in his work in the recent weeks that, he'll run well Saturday. Probably surprises to see him win. Nasho's probably going to be the leader and running along at a sort of pretty strong clip. So he's going to be standing him up for margin at some stage. And, but he'll be strong late. We'll get him out to sort of that 1,500 a mile. He's a horse that potentially heads towards a Gawler Cup in sort of 4 to 5 weeks' time. But, a well-performed horse. We just want to sort of, like these tried horses, see them back to their very best. And we'll get a really good guide from Saturday. But whatever he does, he'll no doubt improve on. So by no means tipping him, but expecting to run a cheeky race.
Yeah, hopefully his late work is good enough there to suggest a win is not far away for Lounge Bar Ruby. And the last of the team among the gallopers at Morpheville Parks this Saturday is the ultra-consistent Little Burke Street. Seems a bit of a theme with a few of these. Have been around the mark without winning, but definitely deserving a breakthrough here. Drawn a really good gate for Stubby Holder. Maybe that combination, Stubby, Wayne, Bain, Taylor, could bookend the card and kick off with a winner in Under Nova. What do you think?
That'd be really nice. This is a bit of a stable favourite of mine, Little Burke Street. She's a sweetheart. She sort of has been bursting to win. She's just probably the last couple hit the front. 100, 150 too soon, being left sort of floating in front. But she's always thereabout. She's got a lovely draw down low where she can sort of just position up behind the speed. Back to the 1,000 metres Saturday, winkers do go on. So just trying to sort of have her that little bit sharper through the line. But if she's curled up, very similar to a horse like Metrical, just wants to be locked away for as long as possible. And if she can get out and dive through, they'll certainly know she's there, but probably just don't want her hitting the front any further out than the last 50.
No, certainly not. She's been racing really well. It's funny you say that she's an absolute sweetheart. I had the pleasure of being in the mounting yard for her last start, and she actually nearly ran me over by my own fault on live TV. Very embarrassing footage, and if you want to see it, you cannot, because it's been deleted off the face of the earth and no one will ever see that.
That is you as a strapper down to a T, though. But anyway, moving on to the harness action over the weekend.
Saturday night. Different venues. We've got Melton and Globe Derby. Should we kick off with Globe Derby? Dream a Little Dream?
Yeah, look, she's been racing really well, Dream a Little Dream. She was beaten 2 starts back. Probably should have won. I think she sort of saw sight of the winning post and sort of looked up and thought it was too far to run home to the judge. But look, she's bounced back in the winner's circle with a soft win last time out. She drawn a little bit wide, does come in one with an emergency likely to come out. Barrier 4. Got gate speed. Wayne will know one thing off the gate, and that'll be to go forward pretty quickly. I think if she finds the front, controls the race, she's probably the one to beat. She'll probably be she'll probably be shorter than she probably deserves to be. There's a couple in the race in Emirates and True Blue Rose who've been racing well, but look, her chances are probably if she finds the front or not. If she leads, she wins. If she faces the breeze, she probably has to. She may find one better.
That does us for Globe Derby on Saturday. Melton, we move across with the Emma Stewart team. We've got No Not the Buttons. Done a bit of racing over here in Adelaide, so those who are local might be familiar with this horse. But Melton Saturday night, Aaron?
Yeah, drawn inside the second row. Good draw for him. He'll stay the fence, be bursting out late. Hopefully 2,200 will suit him. He's sort of about his right price in the market, $10 currently in early markets. But sneaky each way, hope.
He's a punk rocker in race 6, I believe.
Yeah, we've said this time before, potentially the best horse we've ever owned. Just sort of had a few soundness issues or two and been a fair work in progress. Was a really good winner late last year in the Vic Bred Super Series for the 4-year-olds there. $1.75. You wouldn't get me on at $1.75 from the wide draw, but he's the best horse in the race. If he rocks up, he wins. But he just can do a couple of things wrong, and his best is very good.
And finally, look, this one is $1.09 in the market. Let's Start in Heaven.
Yeah, very smart horse, 2-year-old colt, Sapling Stakes here Saturday night. It'll be bad luck that probably sees him get beat at a short price. He's going on to bigger and better things. Obviously, one of many very exciting 2-year-old paces that we have and race in a consortium of owners, and this looks another stepping stone for him on the way to probably the Vic Bred Series and the like, but plenty of bigger races on the horizon for him. Hopefully he takes this on his way through.
Saturday night, as we look a little bit wider, we head to Albion Park, too, with a bit of interest there for Chantel Turpin amongst our owners. I'm a Queen Bee in race 5, takes on Sweet Mia. in the same race. So a couple of hours of meeting in the same race on Saturday night, both racing really well, Aaron.
Yeah, look, we raced a couple in Queensland. We've always sort of had some interest up there. Sweet Mia and I'm a Queen Bee, both well in the market. Chantel Turpin's 3 runners here dominate the betting. Sweet Mia, $3.10. She possesses really good gate speed, probably as does I'm a Queen Bee and Skyfork. So, be an interesting sort of run to the first turn. Stable driver Pete McMillan takes the drive on Skyfork, so probably a little bit of a guide there that we might run second and third. But look, both horses wouldn't surprise either one to win there. Yeah,
both going very well and deserving another win. Should we go on to Globe Derby on Monday as well, since we probably won't touch base till next week with the newsletter? So Globe Derby next week, a couple of exciting runners. Nairobi first up for the stable.
Yeah, really sort of exciting horse, a lot of upside coming from New Zealand. Actually, this horse, Nathan, if listeners are listening and tuning in and wanting a runner, there's 5% left in her. They could reach out to you over the weekend and get involved and probably be in the winner's circle as soon as Monday with her. So she doesn't break the bank to jump in, and she's a horse that trialled up really well on Sunday, using this as sort of a second trial, and I think she wins. She wins first up and builds through her campaign from there. Nice little horse.
Macca reached the peak as well, goes around again in race 10 potentially.
Yeah, he'll back up from Tuesday night at Port Pirie. Dominant winner there. He'll be pretty short come Monday, but you'd expect with any amount of equal luck that he'll sort of be able to sort of win again there. Really strong win. He sort of lines up for the SA Derby in about a month's time, and then he'll head home to Emma and Clayton's and sort of set about some bigger targets.
As we said off the top, this is something we kind of want to roll out on a weekly basis wherever possible. Obviously with the stable and the movements, it can be a little bit tricky, but we've had a very busy week on the track. We also had some very nice horses stepping out at the trials. Just quickly from yesterday at Murray Bridge, Aaron, some thoughts amongst the stable stars?
Yeah, always good coming into spring, and you got horses like Dubai Focus and particularly Shady Thinker, who his own times ran the hands off the clock. Really, he was really sharp laid. He's a potentially one of our most exciting horses, and we purchased him from the yearling sales, and he's gone all the way through. So he's got some nice races ahead, and to see those two sort of back at it, there's plenty to like, and hopefully we can see them sort of have really good campaigns and then set about something for the autumn. But some really nice horses there, and another one for Grand Syndicates in Tano Rocket. They've been really good supporters at us that won't be far away from kicking off, and we appreciate their support, and hopefully you can have them in the winner's circle early up in the prep.
Yeah, awesome. And as you said, spring is upon us, so some very exciting times here at the stable, and hopefully we can see a bunch of owners, not only Saturday, but going forward throughout the spring, Mounting Yard, Winners Bar, the like. Should be very, very exciting, Aaron.
Yeah, certainly a better time of year to be at the races. Spring weather, nice weather, sun's out. Hopefully the nicer horses are stepping out and doing the owners proud, and we can have a good couple of months ahead, and really exciting horse that drops on the database in the last 24 hours as well to get involved for the spring and the autumn.
Yeah, that is an exciting one, so make sure you keep an eye out. Alejandra, the filly from New Zealand. That probably wraps us up for this week's episode. So going forward, as we said, we'd love to hear from you guys about some naming suggestions, and your interaction's always welcome with this kind of stuff. We feed off the owners and their engagement. So the more you guys give, the more we're happy to provide. So really looking forward to keeping this going, Aaron, on a regular basis, and looking forward to the races tomorrow. Hopefully we can get a few winners across both codes.
Thanks, Nathan, and we'll good luck to all owners and horses across the weekend. Thank you.
Cheers, guys.